tenacity defensively. And also, how about Held not giving up on the play? A little bit of contact on the hands.
That's a great opening possession because they got ball reversal. Many players touch the ball for Indiana, and it ends up in the corner for a nice look.
Mack elbow jumper. Clark on the rebound. Clark. Nice high show there from Mack. 10 on the shot.
Limiting this Indiana team to one opportunity would be so important. Nice cut there for Noemi down the lane. Noemi second from Phoenix.
There's Thomas. Loose ball selected. Mack able to get that out to Held. 6 on the shot clock now for Phoenix. Held trying to break down Mitchell. Good help defense. Then the block by Boston. Mack will try. And a shot clock violation on the other end.
Very early, scrappy game, and There's
Thomas. Loose ball selected. Mack able to get that out to Held. 6 on the shot clock now for Phoenix. Held trying to break down Mitchell. Good help defense. Then the block by Boston. Mack will try. And a shot clock violation on the other end.
very early, scrappy game, and I mean that in a compliment. No call.
6'5" going against 5'9" in that situation, and Aliyah Boston is going to get called for the screening foul.
That's all Lexi held right there. I mean, of course, you're always fighting over top of screens against Caitlin Clark, but with that amount of effort, and let's not forget, Lexi Held got picked up in the expansion draft by Toronto, and she was waived, ends up right back into Phoenix, and so good on her. Showing off her athleticism. Lexi Held turns her head, and so right now Phoenix is attacking the interior. Indiana is ranked 14th out of 15 teams in paint defense. They give up about 44 a game. Looks like Phoenix had a game plan and they're executing early.
9-3 lead now for the Mercury. Here's Clark at 3 off the mark. Call the rebound. Mitchell. The sweep. Sees two with space. Does not go. Mack controls here for Phoenix. Thomas. Here's Clark at 3 off the mark. Call the rebound. Mitchell. The sweep. Sees two with space. Does not go. Mack controls here for Phoenix. Thomas. Here's Held. Working off Thomas on that screen. Mack, the baseline jumper. Nice soft touch.
That's just nice, simple offense. Paint touch kick out. Phoenix coming out early, very determined to
Held working off that screen from Thomas, but it's Mack continues to have the hot hand this season.
Not having individual success, but this team has been through a losing streak now, and as a leader, she wants to make sure she keeps things light and make sure there are really good vibes in practices. And considering the strong start here, I'd say good vibes coming into this game, guys.
Pretty good vibes, not only.
It's been her leadership. She told me before the game that this start to the season with the Mercury has really tested her leadership. She said she's focused on pouring into the group, even if she's not having individual success. But this team has been through a losing streak now, and as a leader, she wants to make sure she keeps things light and make sure there are really good vibes in practices. And considering the strong start here, I'd say good vibes coming into this game, guys.
Pretty good vibes, not only for Copper, but this Phoenix team to start things off. Cunningham into the ball game along with Hines Allen for Indiana. 5 on the shot clock. Clark gets the whistle in her favor. They're going to give that one to Held.
Well, how about Stephanie White early timeout, get some early subs in, trying to change the energy of this game a little bit. Of course, Sophie Cunningham on a heater right now with the long ball and generating some points. Going to be important here. It is 20 in the first quarter.
Indiana on a bit of a score. Mitchell. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell. Copper. Wants the screen. Winskins, and that one flips up and in. Here's Clark. Mitchell. And on the shot clock. Mitchell kicks it. Cunningham, is this it? That one's off the mark. And we're going to go the other way. And a foul called on the Fever. Raven Johnson will come into the ball game along with Dewana Bonner. Right now, with the exception of maybe that being a rush shot for Sophie Cunningham, this Fever team has been getting good looks.
Well, it was a rush shot, but that one was late in the shot clock. I mean, 1 for 11 are the Indiana Fever right now to get this game started. And I don't think it's been easy. I don't think they've been getting easy looks. I think Phoenix has come out with great intensity defensively.
I saw the turnover numbers that you were talking about, Amy. They've got 5 already in this ball game. They come up with a steal there as Boston's trying to collect it. Here's Mitchell. Working off Boston. Attacking Thomas. Flips it. Extra on top. For Sean. Finds Allen. Steph White says, I want her to be even more aggressive than she's been. Mitchell. Pull-up jumper. Does not go. That was halfway down. Halfway, Amy.
That's what you want, right? You need your starters to start aggressively attacking.
Sean off the mark. And they're going to say last touched by the Mercury. It will be Fever basketball.
All right, on toes on the line. Oh, just a little. Size shoe smaller if you know what's going to happen, right?
Kevin Durant knows how that feels, as does Gabby Williams.
You take the points. It was a great battle. Got the tip on the offensive glass, knocked that down right in front of your bench, too.
Mitchell trying to turn the corner, cut off. Cunningham with the loose ball. Monique Billings into the ball game. Timpson, 6 on the shot clock, back to Cunningham, 4 seconds. Cunningham off the mark. Ball. It'll be Mercury basketball. USA's hit series is back for a second season. All new cities, all new guests, and the same monstrous appetite. Don't miss everything on the menu with Braun Strowman. New episodes Fridays on USA. 60 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Held back into the ball game, attacking Mitchell too strong. Billings with the rebound. The 17-3 lead here for the Mercury. Mitchell doesn't go. Timpson, huge offensive rebound. Held comes up with the deflection. Held up the floor to Bonner. Ayayi in the corner. That one's off the mark. Johnson into the paint. That one doesn't go. Billings fighting for the loose ball. Able to keep it alive. It's into the hands of Ayayi. Shot clock turned off here for the Mercury. Shovel pass. Bonner. Layup off the window.
There's nothing going in Indiana's favor. I mean, even the hustle is trying to save the ball. Gives Phoenix numbers the other way. Wow.
4 seconds here for Mitchell to work with. Rises from 3. That one finally goes in a dramatic way as Phoenix will let the buzzer go out. And that was more than a needed bucket for the Fever to close. 73-54 lead here in the fourth quarter. Raven Johnson with the deflection and steal. Johnson. Kick out to Cunningham. Gets it back from Johnson. Open. As that one doesn't go. And Bonner and Clark continue. And players and officials now getting involved. Security has come off the bench. And Clark is trying to get these fans into it.
Well, we're already setting up a game for Wednesday night, by the way. But let's not forget, Dewana Bonner was a member of the Indiana Fever last season. That sure if she parted on great terms. And Caitlin Clark and Dawana now on multiple possessions getting tied up.
And now Hines Allen and Thomas, who had a tuffle. And look at Aaliyah Boston in the leadership.
Well, this is fighting for position, but I mean, Caitlin Clark issued a technical foul. You hear the crowd reacting.
And Clark is perplexed he was assisted technical.
Well, I will say, release and jump around would also be an option, you know, pulling the chair. But I understand the frustration in the technical because there's two players just battling for position. Oh, my.
And they're still going. Now it's Cunningham and Bonner. Keep in mind, Cunningham and Bonner have history as teammates. Tibbetts out on the floor, Stephanie White out on the floor, and Amy Bonner is telling everybody to go to their benches as Dawana Bonner hears it from this fevered faithful. It is easy to say there is no love lost between Dawana Bonner and the Indiana Fever fans.
Well, being too is a 17-year veteran that does not want to play on a team that has 5 wins in late June, that expected so much more of themselves, right? This team was competing for a championship last year. This team beat Vegas by 30 points in the home opener, and it's been frustrating. It's been a frustrating night. It's been a frustrating season, and Sophie Cunningham knows right here. I mean, there's a little game within the game. Sometimes you don't have to do any talking to send a message.
It's very true.
There is some nation going on right now.
1,000%. So Amy Bonner, Gerda Gatling, and RJ Johnson, the officials, they're at the scorer's table explaining what they've decided upon from this, shall we say, kerfuffle? Is that an appropriate term to use in that one? No punches were thrown. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't a melee.
Maybe one of the cleanest words that was said in the building in the last 5 minutes.
I mean, there might be kids watching. Trying to help out the parents on a Monday. It is summer in some cities. School has been let out.
Kuwi makane tengah aku brene tuh. Kacau. Tuh laptop tak benerin kan. Gak iso. Ganti baterainya pun gak bisa itu.
Udah bisa man.
Gak ngerti ya ini cek.
Bisa mana-mana.
Lah iya, semisal ada anu tak bawa kan.
Kalau saya kan yang ini
Iya,
cuman
laptop
gak bisa nyuruh baterainya.
dicas. Dicas bisa. Cuman ya kadang
Thank
mati.
you so much. Got it. When in doubt.
Iya.
Earning your way. Earning your ice tonight are the officials. Wow, that was a whole list.
Gila, gembangnya terus.
Understanding it, there's a lot of basketball. You want to get under control. These two teams do meet again in 2 nights from now.
Tapi itu combat sama ini ya.
So there was 5 total technical fouls called. There was 4 offsetters between Hines Allen, Cunningham, Bonner.
Dan dekat sini ini.
I mean, I tried to start writing them down, but my pen couldn't move fast enough.
And the last one, the non-offsetting that was called on Clark, is why Bonner's at the free throw line. The other one was Alyssa Thomas. So with the fans in the background, that's Cunningham, Bonner, Hines Allen, Thomas. Those all offset. Caitlin Clark picked up the 5th one. That's why Bonner was at the free throw line. They go dead ball to the point of the whistle, which was backcourt Phoenix basketball.
Udah.
I might not have been great at school, but sometimes I can remember things when it comes to the game of basketball.
And now, this is where you keep a half eye on Dawana Bonner and Sophie Cunningham.
Quite frankly, my
Tinggal
experience
kandangnya
happened as well too. She was within that with her and Thomas. And there you go. As the hard foul is
Iya.
Allen wants the ref to pick up a foul now. Look at,
Iya.
oh yeah, little kind of action.
Banyak rakyat Brumas. Dia gandeng kakek anu saya mati ya.
Is she on the technical list? Yes, so this was her second.
Iya kayak
Second technical.
Defensive foul called on Hines
Makan
Allen,
mahal
followed by
lagi
the second technical. That's an automatic injection with the 2 technicals. So unfortunately, Maya Hines Allen, her evening is
Juta ya sih,
complete.
sekian mahal ya.
But they do play again on Wednesday.
Kayak gede kan tuh.
Wants another little make sure see that these free throws are going down or not. Wow.
Ya, tapi nambah santai aku nih ini suwi, kadang yang main kono.
Everything just changed in this game.
Banyak tulisan ya.
It feels like it's a little less about basketball in the last couple minutes here. All eyes are going to be on this one on Wednesday night, I'll tell you right now. Right here on this USA screen.
They say things got personal. And I'll leave it at that.
Penting ini rame lah. Kok asas merumah
She's trying to fight over the screen, guarding
Yeah.
Clark. And we still have 7:39 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And what you have to know as a player right now that whistle is going to be extremely tight, probably for the remainder of this game.
Sam tuh kayak
Here's
gini
Clark
ini,
off the
sosmed.
screen, floater. That one doesn't go.
Belum
Bonner
tak
the
ajari
rebound.
udah kenceng kan, dia harus ngerti di
And
sekolah
whoever the
ini.
officiating crew is on Wednesday, I
Belum minta
imagine
ini,
they will
mas
start
boleh
to
ke
keep an
influencer,
eye and just
cuman kan
understand
mahal
what
ya kalau
transpired
Om
here tonight.
puluhan juta mending
Deflection there by Cunningham.
janganlah dampaknya nggak
They're going to get a
terlalu
whistle and a foul, though. You
Yeah.
mentioned that whistle's going to get tight.
And look at
Iya,
Indiana's
karena yang murah
see
nggak
if
apa-apa
they
ya
should
kan,
challenge
kalau gambling
They
kamar ya,
absolutely
kan
are going to challenge.
mahal-mahal nggak
I
usah.
would understand the
Are in a coach's challenge right now by Nate Tibbetts. Here's Amy Bonner.
After review, the illegal contact is initiated by Caitlin Clark. She comes across the arm, into the body and hip of Thomas. The result of the play will be 2 free throws because of the defensive foul, and we're in the penalty. This is a successful challenge. The timeout will be charged to Indiana because they're due. Phoenix will retain their timeout.
just like we thought. Listen, I would say this, okay? When you see the elbow, you go, oh.
We both said, oh, going to break.
She could have caught, if she caught her, that would have been,
Could have been bad, yeah.
yes. But the officials are saying, Caitlin Clark put a little too much body into AT. Frustrating because, Chris, I said it earlier, you saw it earlier too, like, AT doesn't get moved very easily, and so she might not feel like that's that much of a hit, but the officials are looking at it, and Caitlin Clark is saying, ball don't lie, right? Like,
I was going to say, the fans are enjoying a little bit of playground justice.
it's like you paid for overtime, but it wasn't overtime, it's just a really long fourth quarter.
We still have 5 minutes to play and 1 second. So Clark goes to the bench with her 5th foul there. Mitchell couldn't get that to go. Here's Thomas with a head of steam. Billings trying to stick with her. Drop off to Copper, who lays it up and in. 78-63. Mitchell. Mitchell into the paint. Kick out. Here's Johnson. 3 can't connect. Johnson throws it off of Bonner, and it'll be Fever basketball. How about the wily veteran move from the rookie?
Ball is ball. It's just the hustle effort. 15-point game. Really late into the fourth, but these are the possessions you want to secure to seal, if you will.
And on the shot clock here for the Fever. Mitchell with 6. Cunningham in the corner. And Aaliyah Boston is going to get called for a foul.
I mean, right now, defensively, if you make any kind and offensively, by the way, any contact that is anything less than totally legal,
They're
you're
calling
not
it.
getting away with it. And I would say, like, the officials have the hardest job in the building. This has been a tough one, right? You want to try to keep this game to basketball.
3rd foul called on Boston. 5 on the shot clock now for the Mercury. Ayayi. whistle and a foul. Raven Johnson is going to get called for the foul. So Ayayi will step to the free throw line. Third on Johnson. Still 4 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. And if WNBA app.
And you know what? We're giggling, but as basketball as it goes, I can't wait for the first 5 minutes of that game. Like, I mean, it is going to be insane in here.
I mean, listen, when it comes to as a whistle and have had that type of intensity between these two teams, it is safe to say that these two teams do not like each other, and it shows when they match up.
Absolutely. Just keep thinking of this Phoenix team where at some point they're going to come out and play. Well, I would say the game of the season was that first 30-point win in Vegas, but just haven't been able to back that up consistently. And is it going to be the game on Wednesday? They're sure going to try.
That was the fifth foul picked up by Kalia Copper. Here's Copper attacking. A little hesitation, gets inside, Mack on the offensive board, misses the first and the second attempt. Here's Boston. And Kalia Copper fouls out of the ball game. Copper will finish the night with 20 points.
I can almost guarantee he's already thinking about Wednesday. Just a frustrating evening in that she's had some major scoring outputs. They haven't always equaled wins, and at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And when you look at this Phoenix team, 5-12, desperate, and I don't say that word lightly, desperate for a win right now. Against a good team, by the way, because they have not, other than that first Vegas win, have not beat a team above 500. In fact, their record is 1-12 against opponents that are over 500, and I just would not have expected it from this group going into this season.
Phoenix was called for a delay of game. As Boston misses the front end. And you mentioned Copper at some big games. I mean, over the last 3 games, she's averaged 28 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 12 of the 28 have been in the paint. So you're getting the production you want from her, but you're also not getting it from the rest of the roster necessarily. Yes, you're missing Monique Billings, who averages around 10 points, and Ivana Nogic also around 10 points. There's 20 points right there, not available. It's just 5-win team. Everything right now is frustrating for this Phoenix Mercury team. And then you have a Fever team who had 2 tough games against Atlanta, who did not play to their standard of expectations in that locker room. So you knew coming into this that they were going to come out and try to punch first.
And they didn't. That was the thing. Kelsey, let's remind all our fans, all these lovely fans tuning in, if you didn't watch the game, I mean, Kelsey Mitchell hit a 3 with about 4 seconds left to give them a 6-point quarter total, whole team 6 points. It may have been easy for them to get on their heels and go, you know what, it's not our night, we'll run it back, we'll see them again on Wednesday. Caitlin Clark, you get a look at her, she kind of really took over in that second quarter when her team needed her the most, those 15 points and 4 assists in the second quarter. But, I mean, so when you look at a team like Indiana in terms of responding in-game, this was a big one for them just to do that for themselves.
And now it'll be interesting to see what the response is on Wednesday from this Phoenix team. Here's Boston inside. Boston too strong on that. Billings offensive rebound. Cunningham, extra one to Mitchell for 3. That one doesn't go. Bonner throws it off of Johnson to keep the possession alive in favor of the Mercury. You also, for Phoenix, didn't get what you had been getting from Natasha Mack offensively. 5th double-double on Saturday. 2nd in her last 3 games. She has been held to just 4 points. She had those 3 early fouls in the first half.
And this is a player having a career year coming into this season. 78 games coming into this season, 1 double-double. She only had 5, right? And so consistency, Phoenix needs that from her every single night.
Rashawn gets the layup. That's some of the best ball movement and offense we've seen from Phoenix in a long time in this game. 81-69 lead here for Indiana. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock here. Mitchell, 4 seconds. Mitchell in her dribble back. Pull-up jumper. Such a soft touch. And they're going to get a turnover there for Phoenix.
By the way, McNeil hates called that a dribble bag. So like a Gucci, that's like a nice bag right there. That is a high quality bag.
That was like a product. We gotta have levels to it, okay? We gotta set the bar.
Well, what's the highest?
Probably an Hermes, a Birkin.
Wednesday. Go. Get in that bag.
She's got the ability to get there. I have no doubt about that about Kelsey Mitchell. Foul called on Yagi. Caitlin Clark back into the ball game.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. I mean, there's a reason to her. But I would say Caitlin Clark going back to the game with a very frustrated Phoenix. Be careful out there, my friends.
Timeout called